When I started in senior living sales, I was just 24 years old. And immediately I thought to myself, how am I going to relate to these prospects who were elders and being 24 years old? What am I going to say to these people to have them believe that I had any kind of capacity to help them through this incredibly difficult stage that they were at in their life? Not only them, but also their daughters who were 60 years old themselves. What was I going to do to have them believe that I could offer any kind of information for them to help them through the struggles that they were facing and move into a senior living residence? I don't know if you remember back in the day when long distance phone calls were really expensive. You held them to Sundays, and even then, you chose who you were going to call and talk to on those days. So we wrote a lot of letters back then. And my favorite pen pal when I was young was my grandmother. So I actually stumbled into this knowledge through the application of creating pen pals out of all of the prospects that I saw. I had a standard letter that was sort of sitting there on my computer, and I would put this nice, juicy, wordy, personal letter at the top, put the information about the home underneath, and then salutations at the end. And I made all those prospects and their family members my new pen pals. I wrote them letters. And then they called me back to tell me how much they loved my letter. And then I wrote them cards and they sent me thank you cards for my thank you cards and my letters. And I continued on in that path as my process for well over my first year and saw incredible success. Why? Because I individually and personally followed up with each and every one of them with a handwritten, heartfelt letter to my latest pen pals.